Hi guys, it's Spence. If you are in the chat, please let me know if the music is too loud. I will do my best to mitigate that. So, welcome back. Um, it is, what is it? Well, it's Friday. So funny story. I thought yesterday was Friday. Yeah, that's a thing. Thinking that yesterday was Friday. Anyway, what are we doing? I'm turning myself up so that y'all can hear me. Hopefully that will sound pretty good. Anyway, so yesterday we started off by me showing you what happened after doing the project with the roses. So I'm gonna do that again because the dice bag just turned out so well, so well, and I love the way the colors came out. It's actually really small, and I think that's because of the weight. So, oh, I don't have it here, but it looks so good. I'm very happy with it. Um, so yeah, and so now that bag is available on sale at our website up at the top here, right there, right there. So just feel free to check it out. So today, what are we doing today? We are going to actually pull up this thing. We are going to do a couple of different patterns, maybe. I'm being ambitious today. Um, so I was asked to make a bird with specific colors. Um, so we've got a couple of different options. We've got this one, which is a little parakeet, and it's very small. It uses a 3.5 hook, which is a lot smaller than we've been using. We've been using a 5 millimeter hook. Then there is the Hedwig owl pattern, which I found. So we may get to that, but I was asked more about this parakeet design, and then the other one that I picked up was this one, which is a mini cockatiel. And actually, I think we'll start with this one. It's super cute. I love it. Um, yeah, okay. Just making sure you all could see uh, my cursor when I went over it. Um, so yeah. Now I was asked to make it in a few different colors, like to make a flag. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I want to try out the design first. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, there we go. All right. So first we need some yarn. I've got this lovely green yarn, and I've got a gray because it's kind of two-toned. And then I will go through my scraps um, for the eyes and the little cheeks. I love how it has little red cheeks on the sides. It's very cute. All right, why did you come untangled again? Oh, because I pulled you out because I was doing a test with this one. That's right. So one of the things I've been doing, I have been slowly but surely working on effective ways to make the stream a little prettier. To have some nice calming music while we're doing this, and also to just um, you know for those moments when I'm quiet, but also just make things more effective, put things on YouTube afterwards, that kind of thing. All right. So, and you'll have to excuse me, I do have a cough drop in. When I went out early this morning for some groceries and came back after my tea had cooled, and so I didn't get all the lovely benefits of the hot tea and honey this morning. All right, so all of these, oh, I should do that, huh? All of these links, oh, thank you, Nutty. Um, all of these links are free. All of these patterns are free, and I am going to put them in the chat. So this is the one that we're currently working on, that I've currently got up. So let me put that in the chat. There we go. And just so you know, this music that we're listening to right now is from Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com. I always use him for royalty-free music. I have since 2006, when I was going to school for broadcasting. So it's been a while, but he's got a huge library of royalty-free stuff, and he puts it all up with a Creative Commons license. So just want to give him a shout out. No music is streaming. Hang on. Let me turn it up. How about now? What do you hear? I realize there is a little bit of a delay, so just let me know if there's any difference. Because it says it's going through the mixer. Nope. Well, I tried. Sorry. Well, I'll get to listen to it then. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh well. Well, if I listen to it, I'll know when my 2 hours is up and I won't have to keep looking at the clock. There's that. That's my silver lining. I've been looking for silver linings a lot recently. So, oh, I had to crank it up a lot? Oh, I know why, because I turned it down on my computer. So Nettie, can you just give me a heads up if you hear it or not? And if you do, I'm just going to wait until I get confirmation from you. Testing lots of new things. Turning it down a little bit would be great. Okay, we'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. How about that? All right, cool. So, I'm going to just save all the rest of my settings now. Okay, so, working on this pattern. So, as I was saying, all this music can be found on incompetech.com, and I will put the link in the show notes after we're done. Okay, so let's see. So it's got all the materials listed. It's got our key. It's nothing that we really haven't used before in the stream, so I'm not too concerned about it. So we're going to go ahead and start with the body, which in the image is yellow, but we're going to do green because that's what I've got. So we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to do 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. All right, music stopped. Why did the music stop? Who killed the music? Oh, it was playing the wrong song. I'm a genius. I had to play the last song on my playlist and not the first. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and let me move so that I'm on the camera. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now this pattern seems to go around in a circle, so I'm going to take my stitch marker and mark the first stitch of the next row, which says it's going to be an increase around, so it's going to be 2 per stitch. So 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going into this one. Let's see, can you see that? I'm going into this stitch right here. A little tricky, but 1, and that's where I'm going to put my stitch marker to show that this is the first stitch of the row. All right, and then we're going to do a second single crochet in that stitch. But yeah, I spent the past couple hours figuring out a lot of stuff on Twitch and on YouTube, because that's how you gotta do sometimes. Okay, so that was 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on now. 11, 12. All right, now we're back at the marker. So we're on row 3. So we do a single crochet and increase. Huh, okay, so they don't do increase then single crochet. Oh well. So 1, and we move our stitch marker. It's a little bit tiresome to do it this way, but and I know some people like to use like a spare strand of yarn that's a different color to mark things, and on big projects that's easier, but since this is such a tiny project, I feel like it would get in the way. Okay, so that was 1, and then we do an increase. So that's 2, 3. Whoop. Getting ahead of myself there, Spence. Alrighty. Alright, so that was 3. I had to pull up the chat and make sure I could see y'all. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So the number at the end of each row is how many stitches you should have in this row. So the next one is another increase. We're doing 2 single crochet and then an increase. So here's the first one. In the correct space, please. There we go. So 1, 2, and then an increase, 4, okay, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. Move this other hook out of the way. I'm actually gonna brighten this just slightly if I can. There we go. Okay, so I did the double. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and last stitch, 23, and 24. Okay. And so then, well, you know what might be helpful is getting out my stitch counter, because this is how I'm going to keep track of what rows I'm on. So we are on row 5. So how do I want to do this? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll keep track of what row I'm on. All right, so 3 single crochets and an increase. So I got that first one. Move the stitch marker. I finally figured out how to get my camera to almost exactly where I want it. Like, it would be nicer if I could have it like right over my shoulder. But I have one of those little like wire selfie clamp things. So I just wrapped it around my shelving unit, and now it's working pretty good. So how is it where everybody's at? It was actually pretty nice outside this afternoon. This morning it was rainy and kind of gross, but I had to go out and it was 50 degrees. It was kind of cloudy, but I enjoyed it. So I think the person who wrote this just does their increases inverted from the way that I usually do them. Oh, hi JP. So the pattern, what we're doing is we are making a little mini cockatiel. I have 3 different tiny bird projects that I'm going to be trying out. And so these are all new patterns to me. Let's see here. Tech and I have been walking around our area every day. Just getting out of the house is nice. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, JP, but hopefully you'll get some sun soon. It's also good to see you. Well, at least see you in chat. It has been a while. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, I love your Rory emoji. That's so cute, Nettie. All right, so we are at the end of row 5. So we're going to row 6. And so we're going to do 4 rows of just single crochets all the way around. So remove the stitch marker. First one, and now I don't have to count because we're just going around in circles. A little while back, there was a scarf going around. It was a cat barfing a rainbow. and so I started to make it, and I didn't have enough gray. I actually think this is the gray that I was trying to use for that pattern, but I didn't have enough of it for the cat part, so I had to redo it in black, and I never got around to finishing it because I have to make the ears and eyes and stuff, and I was blanking out on how I wanted to do that. Maybe that'll be my stream for tomorrow, finishing that up, and then maybe starting a new rainbow scarf. Just the scarf though. I love the pattern for the scarf. It's very pretty. So yeah, it was lovely outside. I'm hoping that tomorrow it's going to be a little bit sunny, so that Glenn and I can get out there and do a couple more of the winter sewn. And I do want to mention, if you are following this channel, I'm actually going to be doing the channel early tomorrow because I forgot that I'm interviewing somebody on the Penny for a Tale channel at 5:30. So I'll probably start the stream here around 2 or 3. Or I'll do it late. I'll do a late night, Saturday night channel. I don't know. What do you guys think? I was crocheting until 3 in the morning last night, working on a friend's blanket. And it was very nice. And I was watching Black Clover because it's been recommended to me a million times, so I finally put it on Hulu and started watching with the dub. Okay, so that is row 6. Now we are on rows 7. Row 7. See, roses. That's the thing. I was uploading the new videos to YouTube from earlier this week, and I had to write roses a million times. Well, it felt like a million times. Hey, Sailor Taco Cat, how you doing? Are you gonna play on Sunday? Because I wanna play on Sunday. Sunday we've got where I'm gonna be on the Penny for a Tale channel, which is my other home. You've been silent online. Well, JP, I'm glad you're here. Whatever your reasons, they're totally valid, but I'm still glad you're here. Yes! So, Sailor Taco Cat and I, we play a couple games on the Twitch on Sundays and every other Monday. And it's kind of crazy. But I like it a lot. I just realized that with the schedule that I've set for myself, I am pretty much going to be on Twitch 6 days a week. Well, that's okay though. Let me turn that so you can see that's a little bright. That's still a little bright. Oh well. I can see it, and that's what matters. Thanks for hosting me. So yeah. So what all have you all been up to? I know Nettie and I are plotting some craziness. And I'm looking forward to it. Not gonna lie. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Star Wars game. I like Star Wars. Okay. So, we are on number 8. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Like, in my head, I thought this was going to be super tiny. Again, this is why you're getting brandy new patterns for me. At some point, I will figure out like a UI, and then I can put on the UI a row counter. That way I could just click a button and it'll be there. If you are watching this and you want to know where I got all these fantastic patterns that we're going to be working through today, I found them for free on Ravelry. Ravelry does not sponsor me, but oh man, if they did, I love that site. And all the patterns that I'm doing today are all free patterns that I just found and decided this would be fun. Well, I was challenged to make a thing that will be a commission and thought it would be fun to put on the stream. Because here's the thing. I have 2 very big projects that I'm currently working on. One is a blanket for a friend of mine that I've done posting on. I've done 2 videos on the blanket that I'm working on. But that's kind of, that would be more of a, hey, let's chat. That might be what I bring on if I do a joint video with somebody. Just because it's a mindless pattern that I don't have to talk about constantly. I just do it. All right, we're on row number 9. And then I'm working on a shawl for myself. And you know how it is, where sometimes the hardest thing to do is work on a project for yourself when you've got 8 million other projects that you're supposed to be doing, or you tell yourself you're supposed to be doing. So, fingers crossed, I can get my stuff done, because I really like this shawl that I made. I made this shawl twice for a couple of other people, and they loved it. So now I'm making it for myself, because when I work with audio, this particular shawl like closes in the front, so you don't have to like knot it or anything. It just drapes the way you want it. And when I'm working on audio and it's chilly, I need both my hands so I can type things and move the cursor and do all my hotkeys for pausing and marking audio. There's a lot that goes into working on audio, but because there's so much copyright issues, that's why I can't put it on the channel anymore. So I decided to stick with Crochet because it's way more visual and I don't have to ask permission. So yeah, we're just going round and round in circles. We got one more row and then we're done with the top. Although once I'm done with this row, I'm just gonna double check and make sure that I am actually going on to row number 10. Oh, actually it's 5 rows because you're doing 6 through 10. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it's 5 rows. Never mind. We are still correct. My brain just was doing math instead of counting. Now I would have my humidifier going right now as well, except that my humidifier goes right into my microphone. And I don't really want a damp microphone. I feel like that would be a bad thing. So when I have it going, I have to take the microphone off my desk. Alright. Ow! I poked myself. No blood for the blood gods today. Alright, we are on row number 10. Whoops. There we go. Yes, no one wants a soggy mic. Oh, I like having music now. This makes me happy. This is why I let me get on the camera. This is why I crochet, because it's just very relaxing, and having a nice music piece to it definitely adds to the experience. You know, if I'm angry, I'll listen to angry music. If I'm just needing to calm down and stuff, having some nice peaceful music in the background takes the edge off of things. And if I'm happy and I want to sing along, I'll put on Pink, but I can't put Pink on the on Twitch because I don't have that kind of permission. I wish I did. And maybe at some point I will do my nails. But didn't feel like it going into this. Now, one of the things I like to do when I have to stay home for several days is I will wear some really comfy Renaissance style garb. That's what I'm wearing today. Like, during the summer, I will sleep in a chemise, and it is the most comfortable thing ever. You're basically just wearing a sheet of cotton. Light, light cotton. It's so good. Okay, so we're now on 11, and it says attach gray. How are we going to do that, Spence? I will show you. So we're going to take the gray and make a slip stitch. I'm going to put the green, like I'm holding the green away. It's always a little tricky because my fingers get kind of fumbly, but I'm going to tighten this off and yarn over, pull through. Aha! So now I am going to trim off the green. There we go. And move my stitch marker. So about a month back, I was getting ready for TotalCon. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen all of my, I attached the wrong end of this. Oh well, I'll deal with it. So one of the things that, with regards to the music that I'm finding is that if I have something that's remotely, not royalty free in the background, it will mute the music. Like my OBS will mute the music, which is slightly annoying, but also good. Like, it makes me feel good that people's music should not be getting pirated. Should being the keyword. But that's beside the point. Anyway, so this time last month I was making a bunch of dice bags for TotalCon, and so I got very practiced at switching the different colored yarns, especially for my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle dice. Now, I don't have any of those bags anymore because I gave them as gifts to the staff of TotalCon, but I will say that those bags were very educational for me because they taught me a lot about switching colors and using two colors at the same time to make various patterns. So, very educational. And that's kind of what I like about crochet, is that I'm continuously learning. Yes, it is good. I don't want to violate any rules. Okay. Now, if I can keep up this stream schedule, with the exception of when I'm away, you know, I will actually be quite pleased with myself. That's the one really good thing about this whole required self-distancing, is that it's actually focusing me on the projects that I've been dragging my feet on. Now, I don't know what I'm going to stuff this with, but I have a lot of scrap yarn. So that's probably what's going to go inside of this. Okay. Row number 12. So Nettie, how much prep work do you do for your stream? Just out of curiosity. Because it took me about an hour to put everything together that I needed for this stream outside of collecting music from Incompetech.com. Having worked at a radio station, I learned a lot about SOCAN, how music... Yeah, and I learned the same thing when I worked at a radio station. You know, the musicians need to be paid, and the only way that they can be paid is if people are reporting that they're playing them and then paying those fees. And it's surprising to me how many people just don't realize that that's where the majority of musicians' money comes from, other than the concerts. But they're the last people to get paid. Like they have to pay the musicians, the producers, the producers, the promoters. They have to pay everybody else, and they're the last people to get the buck. So yeah, making sure that artists get paid for what they're doing is huge. Speaking of, while I do not do subscriptions at this time, if you want to follow me, you can go ahead and hit that follow button up there. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. The plan is to do 2 hours of crocheting Wednesday through Saturday. And usually I'm going to be starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow is going to be an exception because I am doing something for another Twitch channel. So I think I want to do a later show. Maybe more people will be on. I have to move my camera from my webinar set to my art set. For webinars, the good camera is on my face. For the art stream, yeah, I need to get myself a second camera so that I can leave this camera where it is, and then I can have one for when I'm doing gaming. But in the meantime, now that I finally got my camera holder, my mount in place, I think it's going to be more consistent. And then again, my girlfriend was extremely awesome and got me a selfie light, which has proven to be exceptional for doing crochet on the stream, and will hopefully help me with lighting my face when I'm doing gaming. Yeah, I've moved the light a couple of different times trying to find the right spot, the right balance between, because I am super pale, and so if I keep moving, it gets super high resolution on my hands and takes away from what I'm actually doing. But that's why I like this selfie light, because it's got several different levels and tones. It was a great gift, is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, no, I have a ton of stuff outside of where the camera can see. It's a mess. I will say, however, that being on streams does keep me vigilant with making my bed, and because, a lot of us are if we don't have an office. I'm podcasting from my bedroom. My bedroom is my office, um, my relaxation area, my sleep area, my gaming area, everything. Ah, there we go. So need ways to open up my camera setting to adjust. Yeah, I get that. I think that requires specialized equipment. The other reason that I wanted to be doing this stream and working on these projects is so that I can work through my stash. My stash is significant, and I would feel a lot better if I have a lot of finished projects that just need to be sold. Um, because that way it's like, well, it gives me an excuse to buy more yarn. I cannot wait to be able to go back into Michael's again to go shopping, because that is a creative haven, and I feel so at peace there and get re-energized when I'm there, because everybody goes in there with a project. So the filming setup takes like 5 to 10 minutes, but then the preliminary sketching could take a while. Oh, okay. For me, it's a lot of compiling notes, compiling links, um, getting that all set up, and then doing the promotional, hey, I'm going to be online, um, especially where, like, I'm going to continue taking a picture of whatever I've done on the stream, put it on Instagram, and then show it um, at the beginning of the stream, just because I think it's fun. I think it's nice to see a finished project, and I figured out some of the fancy settings on my phone's camera, so I can take really cool focused pictures. Yeah, I need to get better at it, because right now it's just me putting up a public post on Facebook and then all my friends coming and showing up. I'm starting to do it on Instagram. It's just about getting better at that kind of stuff, I suppose. But we're all learning, right? So, Nutty, when you post your picture of Rory, you can say, hey, I did a live draw of this on my Twitch stream. If you would like to see more, go to Twitch, blah, 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 blah. And then, you're not bad. You are not bad. No. It's it's a thing I didn't even think to do until yesterday, because my beautiful dragon bag was so cute that I absolutely uh, needed to show it off. And then I realized, oh, this is an opportunity for promotion. All right, this is number 15. This is the last row before we start doing our decreases. Decreases are the only thing we haven't done on the channel yet, but we're gonna today. Well, take that as constructive feedback for the future. Even if you don't have a schedule, just telling people, hey, I do this on Twitch. If you want to watch me do this live, go to my channel and follow. And then people will get the little reminder, hey, Nookchas is going live, and whatever live message that you put. You know? Small adjustments so that we can be better promoters of our arts. Oh, I'm getting stuck. Why am I stuck? So with worsted yarn, I'm going to see if I can get this close. There's actually like 4 or 5 yarns that are all twisted together. And sometimes when I put the hook through, it only goes through part of the way, not all the way through. And so then it gets stuck and it's a little bit frustrating. So yeah, if you're watching this and you're a creator on Twitch, and you want to cross promote, just send me a whisper or whatever. I host my friend Nookchas, who's in the chat right now. I host Petty for a Tale and The Chain Nerd and Christiana Ellis. So, like, if I'm not online and you are, I am happy to promote you. Okay, there's one more. All right. So now we are on row 16, and so we are going to do 3 single crochet and a decrease. And I will show you how to do that. Lost my loop there, and my mouth was full of my stitch marker, so I couldn't talk. Have I set up Stream Elements yet, or a bot? I need to. I have to figure out what that is and how it can help me, and then how to do that, but I think that's research I'm going to do over the weekend. If you are watching this right now, go take a drink of water. Go on. Do the thing. It is never a bad idea to take a drink of water. When I was in the Army, when we were in basic training, the drill sergeants would yell, drink water, and we would all have to take a knee, take out our canteens, and yell, drink water, swoosh, and then we drink. And I thought it was the most annoying thing. Now, knowing how much that helps your body stay healthy and regulated, I do that for my friends. Okay, so we've done 1, 2, this is 3. So now we're going to do a decrease. Oh, that's cool. I will research that later today. So the decrease, we put the hook in the next stitch, and then we do yarn over, pull through. Then we put the hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then we pull through all 3. And that is how you do a decrease. So again, 1, 2, 3 single crochet. Thank you, Nettie. I appreciate the help. So then again, the decrease into the first stitch, or into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, into the next stitch, which I can't see. There we go. Yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through all three. 1, 2, 3. This is gonna look like a Kinder egg. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did do that right. Okay. One, 2, 3. Reduce. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what this cartoon is, but I've seen the imagery of it. This is reminding me of that platypus detective that they've got on, like, I don't know if it's Disney Channel or Cartoon Network or whatever. That's what this is reminding me of right now. I kind of want to do a duckbill on this instead of a parakeet beak. Okay, so this right here, this is what I mean by only going through half. So it's got 2 strands on this side and 2 strands on the other side. It's kind of weird. 1, 2, Perry, yes. I've never watched it, but I've seen the imagery. And then the last reduce for this one. All right. Row 17. Okay, so first one. So this is basically just the opposite of what we were doing when we were building this up. So 1, 2, and reduce. One, there we go. 1, 2, and reduce. 1, 2, reduce. 1, 2, reduce. 1, 2, reduce. And 1, 2, reduce. Okay. So now what does it say? Stuff and attach safety eyes. I placed mine between 7 and 8. Now, I don't have safety eyes. What do I have? Well, got little green eyes, but I don't like that for this. What did I have? Oh, I got little blue eyes. That could be cute. Not safety eyes, but I'm not giving this to a child, so there we go. Those are different colors. That'll do. Come here. All right, so what we're going to do is I am going to take this marker and I'm going to put it in the loop that's on the hook right now. That way we don't lose this loop. I'm going to take the hook out so that's out of the way while we do this part. All right, do I have a needle in here? That would work. I do, because I'm smart. Like a cookie. So then the next part is making sure that this needle will go through the hole that's here, and it will. Great. I'm going to put you guys away and grab me some thread. So I'm going to go back up to the image. So they put it on either side. Okay. Well, let's see how we do this. What does it say? I place mine between round 7 and 8, around 6 inches apart, or 6 stitches apart. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, got my thread nice and attached. Put the eye on. This looks really weird. But I don't have the proper buttons for this. Yeah, this looks, I don't like that. I don't like this at all. We're going to cut that off. And what are we going to do instead? Well, first we're going to put all this away. So as to not lose it. Oh, I've got crochet thread. I could probably do something like that. No, I can put it in there. All right, so I have white crochet thread. I have blue crochet thread. I have red crochet thread. And I'm not going to use that one. All right. I think the white is going to look best. Now then, where did I put my yarn needle? There it is. I feel like I will have way more control with this too if I do it this way. So, first things first, I'm going to turn this inside out. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now I can see where I'm going to tie this off. Oops. Okay. All right, so it's secured in the back. And so we are going to just go over one stitch like so. And then we're going to go into the 2 white pieces here and just go back and forth, creating a little eye. This part I am completely ad-libbing, just so you know. I'm basically just going around and round and round, wrapping the crochet thread around itself to give it some depth. And then if I need to make it wider, I make another loop to go to have the rest of the crochet thread be wrapped around. Awesome. Thank you so much for the recommendation, Nutty, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. So we may actually only get through one bird during the stream, which is fine. I would rather be over-prepared than under-prepared. All right, so there's one eye. And then I'm just going to tie it off here. Because we used up quite a bit of the crochet thread in that, I'm going to just do another bit of crochet thread for the other eye. And if it looks wonky, it just means that I need to go and actually get those safety eyes that they're talking about in the pattern. Okay. Off you go. Alrighty. Next piece of crochet thread. Alright, so it says 6 stitches apart. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I on the right row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, still on the right row. Okay. Turning it inside out. Turn it inside out. Oh, wait, no. That's not the song. It's not the song, Spence. It's alright, though. Alright. And then go up and through. Make sure we're on the same line, and we are. And we go down and over and down and up. And then we'll do the same thing that we did over here. I'm just going to wrap around the 2 strings, and we'll probably widen them in a little bit. I'm actually pretty okay with this. Alright, so down to the bottom, so I'll go ahead and make another loop. And wrap around that. This is actually not a bad way to do it. I think if I had black, I might be happier with it because the bird's eyes typically look pretty black from a distance. But we can just say that this bird is blind. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. And then back to the back we go. And tie it all off. There we go. It's nice when you can actually repeat what you plan to do. All right, what's the next thing? Stuff and attach safety eyes. Well, we did that. So now we got to stuff it. All right, what do I want to stuff this with? I'm going to stuff this with a yarn that I have way too much of. And by way too much, I mean I have a full basket full of this cream, it's kind of scratchy yarn. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start feeding it in there. And somebody's calling me, but I can't answer because I'm on the stream. Can move that away. Welcome to the technical portion of making it up as we go. Alrighty. So basically I am making a very loose ball that is going to be roughly shaped like this thing, maybe. I know this is super exciting, but it is what it is. And it doesn't have to be very pretty because it's going to be on the inside. But that way, whoever gets this will have a surprise ball of yarn if they ever need it in an emergency. Because stuffing is expensive, yo. Because I went looking for stuffing, and there were no small bags of stuffing. And so the bags of stuffing that I was seeing was all like $15 or so. And for somebody on a budget, that is not okay. Alright, so that's pretty good, right? I think so. I think so. Put that off, I'll deal with it later. Alright, let's pull this back out so that we can start working again. Stick my hook back in. And we are on row 18. Whoops. 1, 8. There we go. JP asks, can you really have too much yarn? The answer is no. However, if the yarn is taking over 3/4 of the floor in your room, then you know, you either need better storage or you need to start using it. Okay, so we're gonna do single crochet. So I did my first single, nope, that is my reduction. Single crochet, there we go. Put my marker in place. and then reduce. 1, 2. Oh, the lint from your dryer. Well, that would be good, except I have a cat, and if somebody were to get this that were allergic to cats, that could be a problem. Um, Also, lint from the dryer is really good for a fire starter. If you if you go camping or you need to start a fire, you get a bunch of the um, lint covered in wax. You know, it's all good. But that's interesting. I may have to try that, and make a disclaimer. This product was created in a house with cats. Use with caution. Come on, go through all the loops. There we go. And last reduction, 2, reduce. Okay, so now we are on 19. 19. And it says decrease all the rounds so that you have 6. So let's remove this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the hard part, is closing it off. 5. Ah. Try that again. 1, 2, reduce. And then last one. Or not, because I only grabbed part of it again. Okay. 1, 2. There we go. Now last one. 1, 2. All right. So there's that. And then finish off and sew shut. Okay. So take that, pull this all the way through, remove my stitch marker. And sew closed. All right. Now hopefully if I push this all the way through and pull this out quite a bit, when I pull this through, okay, so there is a little bit of a tail. I'm just going to pull this and then just snip it right here. Again, this is the first little toy thing I've ever made. Mom, 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 mom. Okay, so now we have to make 2 wings. So we're going to put you, scary thing, over there. Okay. So then we're going to create 2 wings, starting with gray. Okay. So then chain 2, 1, 2, 6 crochet in the first chain, 1. Oop. I'm assuming that means first chain from the hook. Nope. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Increase to 12s. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This first one is always the most difficult. All right. And that's the first one. So 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Now, what you just saw there was me taking that tail and just hooking it in so that it just gets tucked away. Okay, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet across chains and slip stitch into original stitch, single crochet in next stitch, chain 2, single crochet in chain, slip stitch into original stitch. I want to actually look at what this looks like. Okay, so it's like a little swirly and then it comes back. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Alright, so slip stitch across chains. So 1, so slip stitch is just the yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. 2, 3, okay, and then slip stitch into the original stitch. Okay. Chain 2, 1, 2, single crochet into next stitch, this here, right? Okay, so we did the chain 3, we did this single slip stitch into the original stitch, we did a single crochet into the next stitch. Did I do that backwards? I did do that backwards. Okay, hang on. So we slip stitch into the original stitch, then we do a single crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, single crochet in stitch, okay, slip stitch, single crochet in next stitch. Oh, that's kind of cute. So it's really hard to see, but it has made a little bit of a feather thing. So then it says finish off and leave a long tail for sewing. Yes'm. Do that. Okay. All right, that looks cute, and so that's going to go on like here, kind of like that, and then we'll do one on the other side. So we'll have this one for reference, and we're going to do it again. And then what I'll do is I'll make sure that when I do this, oh, it doesn't look too much different on the other side, because you want one to go on this side and then one to go on that side. So I'll just make sure I turn it before I do the, I'll figure something out. All right, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, I only need 6. Only need 6. Okay, and then we're going to do the increases. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, there's that first stitch. So 1, 2. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, the good thing is that this is a, yeah, cockatiel would have dragon wings. That's funny. Yeah, I have not taught myself how to crochet left-handed, but that might be helpful in something like this. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, and then we slip stitch back down. 1. Oh, wait. I forgot that I was going to do this somehow. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn this around so that I stitch on this side. Ha 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 ha! Figured it out. Slip stitch, slip stitch, and slip stitch into the original, and then single crochet into the next. Oh, this is weird. Let's see here. Nope, I am gonna have to maybe do it this way. Okay, that works. I need to get the yarn so that it wouldn't like trap this little wing bit that we've just made. Okay, so then single crochet, and then chain 2, 1, 2, slip stitch into the original stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch. Okay. Extra long tail. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this yarn through so that this side can lay flat. So now I should, in theory, have 2 opposite facing wings. Yay! This one's a little bit different, but it's going to be on the other side of the bird, and I don't think anybody's going to notice. And besides which, it's a prototype. All right, and so those two are done. So the next thing is the yellow feathers. Yellow feathers means green feathers. Green feathers. There we go. All right, starting with the slip stitch. All right, so we are chaining 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then single crochet across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, as it should be. All right. Okay. It has one long tail. Only one. Just one. All right. Oh no. Nope, that still works. Still works. Something gave, but then it didn't. So we're gonna call it good, especially for my prototype bird. All right, and then we do a short feather, which is essentially the same thing, just a little short. So I'm gonna actually give it an extra long tail at the beginning too, that way I can tuck that in instead of trying to cut it off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Extra long tail. There go my ego. Okay, so then we sew the wings on either side of the body. We sew the short feather to the top, and we sew the long feathers over the short feathers. So the long feather over the short feather. And then use pink embroidery yarn for the beak. All right, so let's go back up to this. Okay, so the short feather goes here and then the long feather goes here. So we'll put the short feather in first, and it goes kind of forward. So I'm going to guess it's going to go right about there. If I put it right here and then I put the bigger one just in front, so that it sits, one goes here, and then the bigger one goes there. Yeah, that looks right for placement. This is the part where I get quiet because I'm trying to concentrate on making sure this gets placed correctly. So there's that one. All right, so there's one. So you can see it kind of looks cute. Here's the long one. We're just going to put it right in front of it. But luckily, I have this lovely royalty-free music from Kevin MacLeod for you all to listen to while I'm being all serious. Okay. So then I'm just going to take the extra threads and kind of do what I did with the end of the bird, where I'm just going to shove this down inside the bird and pull it out the other end. It's a little butterball is what it is. This cute little bird. You know what it looks like? It looks like those freaking Angry Birds. Oh, I could totally do this in an Angry Bird style, right? No one would stop me. Oh, well, the music shut off just now. Okay, the music has just started, and this is actually my 10-minute notice that it has been almost 2 hours. So JP, can you hear the music? Because Nutty and I were trying to get this situated earlier. Yes, this is totally a great little stress ball thingy. All right, let's attach these wings. It gives you wings. Good. Okay. Yeah, I think what it was is just that the song got really quiet as it was transitioning. I'm gonna trim this tail real quick. Now, no one will see it. Ah ha ha. But yeah, JP, if you've ever seen Angry Birds, that's literally all they do is they throw birds at pigs. I could totally take this and make it an Angry Birds and the evil pigs theme if I had the right colors and just do a set. Oh, that'd be fun. I'd have to get googly eyes or something like that though. I put on the wing backwards. Oops. Oh, well, the music was very quiet over the last half hour. It was very, like, restful music. Okay, so I put this wing on the wrong side. It's supposed to go on this side so that the longer chain thing goes towards the back. Silly me. And also, JP, that's no problem. Thank you for tuning in anyway. I appreciate you. I appreciate Nutty. I appreciate Taco Cat, Sailor Taco Cat. Appreciate all you folks for tuning in and seeing me do my weird little crafty thing and trying out a new pattern. And now I know that doing one of these birds takes roughly an hour, 2 hours at this point. Well, maybe an hour and a half, because I did totally spend half an hour just talking. I have 6 kids at home. I've seen a lot of Angry Birds. Alrighty, that is one wing attached. Pretty happy with that. Alright. Next wing. Aw, thank you. Alrighty, there's that. Okay, we have wings, we have feathers, we have eyes that look a little wonky, but you know, it's kind of cute. Anyway, where'd my, let's see here, I have a peach colored thing in here somewhere. Oh, this one would do. This is like an off-white yellowy color. I could use that. Do I have anything that's better for it? So I've got that, and I've got a gold. Let's see. If I do the gold, it could do more like a duck bill. I mean, that would be super cute. Let's look at this. Where's the end of it? There it is. Okay. So it would go something like that. I think I kind of want I think I totally want the duck bill. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a duck bill. Yeah, a little mallard. I'll leave enough of a tail so that I can do that thing again. So this little change of the design just goes to show that you can use patterns for different purposes. It does not necessarily have to be the same exact thing. So, you know, I don't know the Pokemon by name, but I know that there's one that walks around with a leek all the time, and I feel like this is kind of my homage to him. Let me put this piece away and see if I'm happy with it before I chop everything off. Oh my gosh, that looks super cute! Ah! I made a duck! Alright, let's trim off the back of these real quick. And just smush them inside. Smush all these inside. Well, it's cute. It doesn't need the cheeks like the parakeet does. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, that makes me so happy. So maybe tomorrow I will try one of the others and work on maybe a commission. I have to do some math for that. But I'm so happy with this little guy. So his name is going to be Maynard the Mallard, named after my old choir teacher, Mr. Maynard. Yeah. Y'all, it's super cute. I like it a lot. So it's gonna go on my Facebook. Yeah. So I'm gonna spam the chat with some links real quick. Because that is my. Now the music's done, so that means I have to sign off. All right. So first of all, the pattern that we were just using. Oh, never mind. This is the last song, I thought. Anyway, so is the pattern we just used. So this is from Ravelry. It is called the Mini Cockatiel. It's adorable, and I love it. And it is by, who is this by? It's by I Crochet Things, and yeah, it's wonderful. And then the music that we've been listening to throughout this playlist has been from Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com. Kevin MacLeod. And he shares his music under a attribution non-commercial 4.0 license. So thank you very much to him. I've been using his music since 2006, so 14 years. Let's see here. What else? If you would like to see what me and Val, my Fibermancer in crime, are doing, our website is up. It is Fibermancers for Hire, which is up here at the top, and I have put it in the chat. And then additionally, we are on Facebook because the name of our company is actually Weird Creations. So we are at facebook.com/weirdcreationsnh. I am doing this stream Wednesday through Saturday, usually at 5 p.m., though tomorrow I am going to be on later due to another commitment. So keep your eyes posted for that. And in the meantime, I hope you all find your creative outlets. If you decided to do this cute little guy and he's a little stress ball, I love it. I just want to pet him the whole time. You can hook along with me next time. I think tomorrow I'm going to try another one of the bird patterns that I had prepared for today. And then we'll go from there. If you want to see me on other Twitch channels, I am also on Penny for a Tale, and I am on some other channels as well, but not as frequently. And I do role playing over on Penny for a Tale, so it's fun. I'm just gonna sit here and stroke my little duck friend. What else? Yes, he is a very malleable mallard. I've missed you and your puns, JP. Let's see. If you want to follow all of my little creations and my cosplay, crochet cosplay stuff, I am on Instagram at crochet cosplay, or crochet_cosplay. The link is over, or it's over there. And if you want to find out about my audio stuff, what podcasts I'm on, get help from me working on your podcast or your audiobook, you can go ahead and reach me at resonantmoon.com. I think that's about it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everybody in the chat who came to hang out. I will be posting this on YouTube later, and all the links will be in the show notes. Say goodbye, Maynard. Bye. I'll talk to you guys later.